The Mine. White light appeared ahead, and soon they were enveloped by it. A massive shaft of rocky walls curved around a metal platform that extended to the center. It was surrounded by 8 steel cages, cradled in long metal bars, designed to slide vertically. These mine shaft cabs, as Deana now surmised the factory voice had referred to them, had collapsible net doors. Each could easily hold at least 100 Mycorians in its floor area. A sliding level with surface and mine on opposite ends confirmed their purpose. They looked well-maintained, but gave the impression of infrequent use, though at some time, hundreds must have used them. Standing before these mighty transports were now only a mere 23 visitors. Though told they could take whichever they wanted, they all chose to board the same cab. The door unfolded as soon as the last person stepped on, swiftly closing them in, the vastness of the space dwarfing them. One of them stepped forward and, with a solemn sigh, pulled the lever to the word mine. The ride was smooth despite its fast speed, the rocky walls flying by in a blur. But the journey lasted so long that many sat on the floor, and a few even took naps. A large buzzer sounded, jolting everyone to their feet, and a few minutes later, they reached the ground. The door grated open to reveal a huge room with smooth walls and double doors at the far end. Pickaxes stuck out from a tube, each one with a specific color. Gloves, and something else Deana couldn't quite make out hung from their chisel end. Words floated in the middle of the room. Please take the pickaxe that matches the color of your overall and key. Wear the provided gloves and earplugs. You will keep the earplugs as well as everything else you have on, and replace them back into the wardrobe when you return to your room. Once ready, please proceed to the doors. Deana looked for the orange pickaxe, nestled between the red and yellow. She noticed hundreds more behind it, in the tunnel directly beyond. As soon as she pulled her pickaxe from its hooks, the next one slid into place. She donned the gloves, thicker than those she'd worn yesterday, and inserted the earplugs. She couldn't hear anything as she looked around at everyone else, all standing and waiting for the rest of the group before making their way to the doors. The doors slid open on approach, a strange sight that made a few of them jump. Beyond was darkness. Hesitating only a minute more, they pressed on. As soon as they crossed the threshold of the doors, their helmets lit up, displaying an amazing sight. They were in a huge cavern with dark tunnels heading off in several directions. Their lights reflected off raw crystals of multiple hues, embedded sporadically in the walls of dark sooted rocks. Words floated in the air, and a voice, seemingly direct from their earbuds, startled them, yet they remained diligent in listening to the rules. There are wagons to your left. Please take one. It has a bottle filled with contents you will use to spray the walls. This will aid in disintegrating the hardness of the rocks, but leaves the crystal intact. It will also help make your mining less stressful. Use your own pickaxe and mine for crystals that match the color of your outfit, and place them in your wagon. Keep your earbuds in your ears. You have 2 hours. Once the timer is finished, place your pickaxe and gloves in your wagon and leave it where it is. Then, stand in the center of the cavern, in a circle, with your backs facing the center, and remain there until told to leave. 2 hourglasses floated in the air, and one slowly turned over. The sand began to drop. Deana looked around to see everyone already hurrying to grab wagons, spraying and swinging their pickaxes. Some went to the walls, while others shuffled through piles of crystals already on the ground. She noticed there weren't many of their colors visibly present. Still unsure what to do, she quickly grabbed a wagon and found an open space on the wall and sprayed. She didn't have to spray much. The wall immediately changed, bubbling and spreading outwards for several feet before stopping. She swung her pickaxe. The wall crumbled easily, revealing a few crystals of different colors, but none matching her own. She continued swinging until her arms began to ache. Looking up at the floating hourglass, she still had time. She turned to observe the others' progress and noticed someone picking up their color behind the feet of another who had pulled their color from the wall. They placed it in their wagon and rolled on, scouring the ground for any more. Deana decided to find another space to dig. She got lucky on her fifth swing. An orange crystal lit up brightly from the light of her helmet. She placed it in her wagon, hopeful to find more. Over an hour later, she couldn't find any, and the second hourglass was already half gone. She saw a few others looking towards the ground for their color, discarded by other axe pickers. It was a clever way to try and fill their wagons. You have two choices. Should she look for her crystals on the ground? Or should she continue to mine, hoping to find her hoard?